Eto na mga boss, kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe ang prosecutor, tinakot ang defense, umawat na si Escudero. Matapos di umano si VP Sara Duterte ituro na ng tumistigong COA. Nagkagulo na sa impeachment trial ang mga senator judge, nagunahan na sa pagtatanong. Kaya naiyak ang abogada ni VP Sara sa prosecution. Naging mainit ang palitan ng sagutan. Nagsumbong pa sa presiding officer, pero lalong idiniin si Duterte ng COA officer. Tara, panoorin natin to.
Hindi sila sigurado sa chain of custody.
Your Honor, please. Your Honor, please.
This is my redirect, Your Honor. She was the one who brought it up
Let
on
Attorney
cross.
Gapunan finish, counsel.
This was brought up on cross, Your Honor, implying, and I'm asking a redirect, based on, they were the ones that brought out, who are these people here?
Proceed to your question, Attorney Gapunan.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Parte,
please.
Yes,
I haven't finished.
Let her
the,
finish
the
Is that
good
part
counsel is
of
adding facts to the question.
confidential
Can she not
activity or
cite the
confidential
exact
funds?
wordings, Your Honor?
Your Honor, please. This is redirect. You opened the door,
She can refer to
counsel.
the record, Your Honor.
Counsel, you opened the door. You said, in fact, you asked her, is this part of the, Your Honor, please. Is this part of
Counsel
the
for
regular...
respondent, please,
Your Honor, please. If I
continue,
may.
counsel.
Yes, if I may, Your Honor. Counsel keeps objecting to my questions, but she herself was the one who brought it up. In the first page of her own exhibit, it says here, and you asked the question, she asked the question, Mr. Presiding Judge, Your Honor. She says, what is this scope? This report, quote unquote, you read this. She read this, Mr.
I confirm
Presiding
that,
Officer.
Your Honor.
Move
The
on,
scope
counsel.
pertains to the narrative of events and accomplishments of the VP-SPG are the activities
Move on, counsel. Yes,
of
the
the
chair already ruled in your
VP-SPG.
favor.
So she can answer, Your Honor.
Yes, yes. Move forward, counsel.
Your Honor, please, again, before counsel proceeds with this line of questioning, there is only one witness here, Your Honor. There are not two. Attorney Wamil is not here. They had the opportunity to ask these questions from Attorney Wamil. Now, to ask these questions from this witness about what Attorney Wamil said, Your Honor, I think it's, I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway, it's an absolute waste of time of this honorable court, Your Honor. To ask these questions, to ask this witness to confirm, did you hear what Attorney
No, I will
Wamil
not
say?
ask that
Did you see what he said on TV? Your Honor, please, you can ask this question directly from this witness, unless you want to call Attorney Wamil again to the witness stand and ask questions you did not ask before. Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel, the presiding officer will allow it because it's part of cross to try to test the credibility of the witness in relation to statements made by a co-worker, or at least a co-worker still, who turned over documents to her pertaining to the OVP and the DepEd. Kindly proceed with your question because I'm sure the witness will ask you to repeat your question again anyway, Attorney.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Actually, at the good counsel, Attorney Kapunan, is preempting my question. Wala pa nga ho akong question.
Kindly
At sinabi
ask
ko
your
hindi dahil narinig niya yun o hindi. Hindi yun yung question ko, no? If the name appears to be funny, does that automatically mean that the name is fictitious? Kasi nga, may mga flash po na ARs dito.
Your Honor, please, the question is misleading. The point of flashing these acknowledgement receipts were not the names. The names were incidental, that the names were funny or fruit salady or names of congressmen or senators, Your Honor, is immaterial. They were flashed because of the manner by which the funds were used.
Your
For
Honor.
medicines, Your Honor.
Counsel explaining
Attorney
again.
Gapunan, you have to admit you had fun. You had fun with the names
We had
too
so
when
much
you were
fun,
using
Your
it.
Honor, but the-
Exactly. So
That's
let her cross the witness based on those and
Please, Attorney
utilize it
Kapunan.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, so ayun po, no, kung nakakatawa ho ba yung pangalan, automatic fictitious na yon.
Your Honor, again,
Yes,
fictitious.
counsel.
Just for the record, fictitious is her own conclusion. We have made no such conclusion as regards to the name, except perhaps that they are funny.
Your Honor,
Well, counsel, actually, that's not entirely accurate because in the complaint, you did allude to the fact that some of the names were fictitious based on the PSA documents that you attached as an annex to the complaint, although you're not yet there. You haven't gotten there yet. Please continue, Attorney Christine.
Yes.
Attorney Gaburan, give her share of fun with the names. I mean,
May I be allowed, Your Honor, to sit down while she's having fun
yes,
here?
yes, Attorney Gaburan, you may do so. Attorney Christine, please proceed.
Okay,
Your Honor, while
ask and answer, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Attorney Gaburan.
The admonition of this honorable presiding officer, Your Honor, is to be patient, Your Honor.
Not
In line
admonition, request.
Your Honor, I have been patient, but in line with these continuing questions, first, bringing in the House of Representatives, bringing in this Senate, Your Honor, we are...
Counsel.
Is in response to are we auditing? Your Honor, please. If they're making a point that this witness, that the COA witnesses here, Your Honor, are here to testify because they're scared of the budget for their agency or they're scared of this congressman, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is already beyond
Your Honor.
beyond cross-examining. While this honorable presiding officer has given much leeway, Your Honor, let us confine ourselves to what is precisely the definition of cross-examination is. What was taken up during direct and what may be relevant. What may be relevant, Your Honor? This is beyond relevance, Your Honor.
Counsel-
This is already immaterial and irrelevant. If they want to show, if that is their strategy, if that is their defense, Your Honor, present a witness.
No, it's
Present.
it's not an objection, Attorney Christine. I think it's more of a manifestation, but the presiding officer would ask you to move forward. I think the
Yes,
senator
Your Honor.
judges in the court see your point and
Yep.
where you're going at in
I will.
relation to this. You
Yes.
can move on to your next point. counsel.
Actually, Your Honor, just a quick manifestation. The council is preempting my questions. I will not be asking questions on the budget, Your Honor. That's not the line of my the line or the questions that I will
That's not
ask,
the
Your
point.
Honor.
Your Honor.
Can I continue, Your Honor, please?
Kindly wind
Thank
up with
you.
this point, Attorney
Yes.
Christine.
Okay, so sa sinabi niyo ho, si COA ICFAO lamang ang may karapatan na mag-audit ng confidential funds of the OVP and the DepEd, tama ho?
Based on the joint circular po, it is the responsibility of the ICFAO po.
Okay, so si House of Representatives, Committee on Justice cannot review the decisions and actions
Excuse me.
taken by the COA.
Excuse me.
Asked and
I think
answered,
the ruling
counsel.
of the
Only
presiding
COA
is to
ICFAO
go
can
to
do
another
it.
point.
This is another point,
Your Honor,
Honor.
the presiding officer has ruled.
Counsels, please. I would consider it asked and answered. Only COA ICFAO can, and it's quite obvious. We can even take judicial notice of that as part of the law that the House does not have any power nor jurisdiction, nor the Senate for that matter, to review the findings of an independent constitutional commission, which under the law she answered to, can only be appealed via petition for certiorari under 45, citing Rule 65 to the Supreme Court. Move on, counsel.
Okay, I will take that as an answer, Your Honor.
Yes.
I was about to elaborate, but okay, I will take that as an answer.
The court takes judicial notice and knowledge of that, counsel.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm done, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. We now move. Hopefully, we can finish with Silene today. Silene, with your patience and indulgence. Senator Padilla, is he here? Not here. Senator Ontiveros, then, for her interjections. With the kind indulgence of Senator Ontiveros, Senator Padilla just arrived. Senator Padilla, you may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes. You may proceed when you're ready.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong tagapamahalang hukom. Sa ating pong saksi, kayo po ay taga Baguio?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Saan po kayo sa Baguio?
Irisan po.
Irisan, opo. Ako po ay taga Baguio din. Saan po kayo nag-graduate? Sa...
St. Louis University po.
Ay, alumnus po ako niyan. Sa Boys High po ako. Dahil po dyan, hindi ko na lang po kayo pahihirapan. Tayo na lang po ay maging magkababayan na lang sa Baguio. Gusto ko lamang pong magbigay ng impormasyon na lang sa inyo. Opo, kasi naririnig ko yung pag-uusap nyo ng prosecution at ng defense tungkol doon sa success ng confidential fund. Ako po ay may mga ibibigay na information sa inyo. Pwede po kayong magsabi na lang ng oo o hindi kung naintindihan po ninyo. Alam ko naman maintindihan mo, taga Baguio ka eh. Opo, noong pong pinag-uusapan natin yung patungkol sa mga terorista, napag-uusapan po lagi ang ating Vice Presidente. Ang ating pong Vice Presidente magmula 2016 hanggang 2022, siya po ay naging mayor. Alam niyo po ba yon?
Opo, mayor
Opo.
ng Davao.
Yan, opo. Sa Davao po, meron po dyan na-identify na 55 na mga tinatawag na alternative at yung mga lumad schools na infiltrated ng terrorism. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yon?
Hindi ko po gaanong napakinggan po yun. Hindi po ako aware doon.
Opo. At alam niyo po ba rin na noong 2016 hanggang 2022 hanggang 2023, 12% po ng mga NPA rebels, surrenderies, were minors, 12 to 17 years old.
Hindi po ako aware doon po.
Maubos na po yung aking second round na lang po ako. Salamat, kabayan.
Thank you, Senator Padilla. Senator Ontiveros is recognized for her interjections. You have 2 minutes, ma'am. You may proceed when you're ready.
Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ms. Witness, Ms. Sailin, kahit pa po walang confidential at intelligence funds ang OVP, may budget naman po ang VPSG para sa security ng lahat ng Vice Presidente, di po ba?
Under po ata sila sa pagkakaalam ko, under po sila ng AFP.
Under ng AFP. Ngayon, 3 taon na pong walang intelligence and confidential funds ang OVP. Kung alam nyo, may VPSG pa naman pong naka-assign sa kanila para bantayan yung kanyang seguridad, di ba?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, yun nga, nabanggit po kanina ni presiding officer, napunta siya sa PSC, Presidential Security Command po.
Okay. Ngayon, yung mga activities na nandoon sa mga Protective Intelligence Operations reports na pinakita kanina, may binigay bang mga ebidensya ang OVP para patunayan na ginastusan nga po nila ang bawat isa nun?
Wala po kasi in-attach lang po nila yon as proof of success of information gathering and surveillance activities.
Okay. Na ayon sa inyo kanina ay hindi pa sasapat dun sa hinahanap nyong mga proofs of success dun sa intelligence gathering activities na iyon.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Ngayon, sa iba namang mga acknowledgement receipts, may nakalagay na purchase of medical and food aid at dati naman medicines. May resibo po ba silang ibinigay para ipakita na talagang ang binayaran o ang binili ay yung mga gamot o yung mga pagkain na iyan?
Wala po silang inattach na any receipts for sales invoice. Acknowledgement receipts po.
Kahit sales invoice, wala. Acknowledgement receipts lamang.
Opo.
So, walang ebidensya na talagang ang pinagkagastusan ay yung mga gamot at yung mga pagkain na yon.
Opo, kasi based lang doon sa acknowledgement receipts po yung sinubmit nila.
Na ayon sa COA ay hindi sapat na ebidensya kung mga ARs lamang.
Opo, hindi po kasi namin ma-ascertain kung talagang pinambili ito ng supplies, medicines, and food po.
Kailangan nyo resibo o invoices para ma-ascertain, masiguro na yun talaga yung pinagkagastusan.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Ngayon po, Ms. Eileen, dati po, tinawag ng land bank managers na unusual yung pag-encash ng milyong-milyong pisong daang milyong piso ng OVP at saka ng DepEd sa tigi-isang araw. Sa audit po ninyo, meron po ba kayong nakitang illegal, improper, o irregular sa paggamit at sa pag-liquidate ng perang iyan?
Irregular po yung paggamit nila kasi po hindi po ito compliant with the joint circular.
So just to close on this round,
Kindly wind
Mr.
up.
Presiding Officer, to wind up, irregular dahil
Hindi po naging compliant with the
paano
joint.
hindi naging compliant?
Dahil po ngayon sa payment of rewards, we're not supported with documents evidencing success. And yun nga po, hindi nila na-provide yung additional documents necessary para ma-ascertain yung purchase of supplies and medical and food aid. At saka po, meron din kaming naging findings sa sa reimbursement po.
Okay. I-follow up ko itong tanong at pati yung punto ng reimbursement sa second round. Salamat, Ms. Eileen. Salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Pangilinan, you may proceed with your interjection when you're ready. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Magandang hapon. Sa usapin nung December 21 to December 31, 2022 na ginastos yung 125 million. Pag hindi naubos yung 125 million doon by December 31, anong mangyayari sa pondo?
Babalik po yun sa National Treasury.
So ibig sabihin, hindi may babalik as savings ng OVP, babalik sa National Treasury.
Opo.
Now, I'm trying to understand bakit, di ba, ang ikli ng panahon, which you mentioned, maikli yung 11 days, but wala kayong finding, no? Ngayon, kung halimbawa nagsumiti sila ng mga dokumento para mapatunayan na tama lahat ng ginastos nung 21 to 31, di walang issue, hindi ba? Kung nasubmit nila yung mga hinihiling ninyong additional documents.
Yes po.
Okay. Pero dahil hindi nila sinumite, hindi nyo alam kung tama nga ba yung gastos nung December 21 to December 31. Tama?
Opo, dahil hindi po nila na-explain mabuti.
Okay. Of course, hindi nyo malalaman kung illegal o irregular, pero hindi nyo rin malalaman kung legal o regular.
Doon po siya magfa-fall sa irregular kasi nga po hindi siya compliant with the joint
Okay,
circular.
hindi nyo malalaman kung napunta sa personal use o hindi. Tama? That's why you're asking for more documents.
Opo, tama
Okay,
po.
okay. So, kaya siguro, so kung hindi niya nagastos, babalik.
Opo, sa National
At
Treasury.
hindi niya maaaring gastusin sa January.
Hindi na po.
Hindi rin niya maaaring gastusin before December 21.
Hindi po kasi bawal po ang reimbursement.
So, talagang dun mo lang magagastos.
Yes po, dun sa nakalagay na period of utilization of the cash advance.
Which could be valid dahil yun nga lang ang panahon or invalid. Dangan nga lang, kaya kayo humihingi ng dagdag na dokumento para malaman natin kung valid ba o hindi.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Yung usapin ng protective intelligence operations. Okay. Dati wala namang confidential funds ang OVP, tama? I mean,
Opo, magmula nung nag-start po ako sa ICFAO.
pero dati meron ng protective services ang OVP.
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, walang yung under the PSG po ata sila.
Yes. So, yung gastos para sa security, dati sa PSG. Pero dito, lumalabas yung casing, security, appointment, ay ginastos o ginamit yung confidential funds. Tama ba yun?
Opo.
Okay. Next round na lang po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Pangilinan. Senator Judge Aquino may proceed with this interjection when he's ready. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer. Magandang araw po.
Good afternoon po.
Okay, so sa inyo pong determinasyon sa inyong opisina, meron pong mga disallowances, no? Tungkol po sa kategorya ng mga gastos, kung sino po yung nag-disburse. Pero hindi po naging rason ng disallowance yung mga kakaibang pangalan. Tama po ba?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Pero nakita po ninyo na may mga pangalan na kakaiba. May Piatos, may Bacon, Heart, Queso at kung ano-ano. Hindi nyo po naisip na baka red flag po ito?
Dahil nga po ang audit namin is compliance lang po, hindi na po namin verify yung identity nung nakatanggap po.
Pero hindi nyo verify, pero nung nakikita ninyo, or nung nakikita mo, hindi mo ba naisip na posibleng red flag itong mga pangalan to?
We presume po kasi regularity kasi po merong certification under oath yung SDO. This was used for the confidential operations of the agency and these are necessary and for legal purpose po yung naging paggastos ng confidential fund.
Okay, so nag-consult na kasi yung iba naming abogado kay former Commissioner Heidi Mendoza. At sabi niya, kapag may mga kakaibang pangalan, the COA can trigger an investigation because of fraud. So hindi niyo po ginawa yun, no? Walang usapin ng investigation because of fraud.
Yung sa fraud audit po kasi pinag-aaral yung possibility po pinag-aaralan pa kasi kung magfo-fraud audit po, this is the first time and yung documents po, yung transactions involving the OBP and DepEd po contains voluminous documents na with sensitive information na pag naibigay po sa ibang opisina, baka po magiging exposed siya.
Okay, so ulitin ko So hindi kayo nag-trigger ng investigation of fraud or nag-trigger kayo?
Wala pa po, pinag-aaralan pa po with the chairperson.
Pinag-aaralan. So it's possible na magkaroon pa ng investigation due to fraud?
Opo, gaya mo po ng sinasabi ko, pinag-aaralan pa lang po at kung kinakailangan po, pwede pong mag-fraud audit po.
Okay, let me ask about what is fraud, no? Ano yung fraudulent? Yung paggamit ba ng alias ay fraudulent? Ito ba'y bawal or illegal?
Doon po sa joint circular, silent po kasi ang joint circular as to the use of alias po. Pero ang binabantayan po dito is dapat na ibigay po ito sa totoong tao at nagamit sa tamang confidential expenses.
So thank you for that. So kung nagamit to sa talagang nakalagay doon, hindi ito fraudulent. Pero kung ito'y hindi naman nagamit doon sa nakalagay at kunyari nabulsa lang, fraudulent yon. Correct, no?
Opo, tama
Okay.
po.
Kung so yung bawat isang pangalan, dapat ba merong ring 1:1 na totoong tao sa likod nun? Or pwede kunyari may alokasyon ng 10 million tapos hinati-hati sa tagti 300,000 pero isang tao lang talaga yon. Yun po ba fraudulent?
Ang kwan ko po dun is isang tao lang yung nakatanggap based dun sa acknowledgement receipt po na yun.
Okay. So sa inyo pong professional opinion, kailangan po yung bawat AR ay may katumbas na totoong tao kung yun man ang kanyang pangalan o meron siyang totoong pangalan. At yung nakalagay doon sa report na activity, yun dapat talaga yung nagawa. Tama po ba?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Are you aware, Madam Witness, na meron tayong batas na nagbabawal ng paggamit ng alias?
Hindi po ako familiar dun sa law.
Okay. There is a law actually, RA 6085, na nagbabawal ng paggamit ng alias at nais na naming alamin kung ito ba'y pertinent dito sa usapin ng confidential and intelligence funds at aalamin po namin yan. Maybe for the second round. Maraming salamat, Madam Witness.
Thank you, Senator Judge Aquino. Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo, you may proceed with your interjections. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Magandang hapon po, ginang witness.
Good
Para
afternoon.
po sa kalaman ng mga kababayan ho natin, pag sinabi ng COA disallowance, ano pong ibig sabihin po nito?
Sa disallowance po, ibig sabihin hindi to ipinayagan sa audit po. So sa ICFAO po, pag nag-issue na kami ng disallowance, may demand na po na ibalik yung pondo ng bayan.
Okay, naibalik ang pondo. Sumagot naman po sila, ang OVP, nung nag-issue kayo ng disallowance. Sumagot ba yung mga kakulangan na dokumento na ibigay ba nila?
Ang naging remedy po nila is mag-appeal po sa commission proper.
Ano po nangyari doon sa commission proper?
Yung sa 2022 transaction po, nagkaroon po ng decision ng commission proper at inaffirm po nila yung notice of disallowance.
Okay, so na sinabi nyo kailangan ibalik po yung pondo. Tama po ba? O yung sa disallowance?
Opo.
Naibalik po ba?
Hindi po kasi ang remedy pa po pwede pa po silang may remedy pa po sila na mag-appeal. So yun po. Tapos ang nangyari dun sa 2022, may decision, meron po silang final na motion for reconsideration na pending resolution po.
Sa COA po ba o sa SC?
Sa commission proper pa din
Commission proper. So yun po, nakalabas na po ba ng desisyon ng Commission proper?
po. May pending MR pa po sila.
May pending. Magkano po yung total na inaantay natin na ibalik ng OVP at DepEd?
Yung sa OBP po, 73,287,000 yung fourth quarter. Yun po pa lang sa 2023, na-issue po kasi namin yung NDs March 31, 2026. Within the prescribed period pa po sila ng 180 days to appeal po sa commission proper.
Kaya nga po, ang tanong natin, bukod sa OVP, meron din po tayo pinag-uusapan sa DepEd, di po ba? Magkano po itong total kung alam ho ninyo ang kailangang ibalik, ang inaantay ninyo?
Yung sa DepEd po kasi may na-issue kami na credit notice dun sa first and second quarter. Tapos yung sa third quarter po, under review and evaluation pa po.
Kaya nga po, magkano? Alam
Yung
niyo
sa
po ba?
DepEd po is 112.5 million.
From 2022 to 2023 po yun?
Wala po silang budget for 22. First to third quarters po ng 23 yung sa DepEd.
112. Sa DepEd po, magkano inaantay nyo?
Yun po yung 112.5 million.
Sa OVP po?
Sa OBP po is 375 plus 73.287 million po.
So magkano po ang total lahat?
Mga hindi ko na mga 4 million ay 400 plus.
450.
Opo.
Okay. So yun ang inaantay po ninyo.
Yung sa OBP po. Opo.
So hanggang ngayon inaantay po ninyo.
Opo, kasi may mga remedies pa po sila na
Okay. All right. Maraming salamat po. Yun lang po.
Sir Judge Raffy Tulfo.
Madam Witness, pag-usapan natin yung safe houses ng OVP. Based dun sa records ng House of Representatives noong 2022, yung OVP ay gumastos ng 16 million pesos sa confidential funds para sa bayad o rental ng mga safe houses, correct?
Opo, tama po.
At ilang safe houses ito?
Pwede po ba ma-check ko yung records ko?
Go ahead po. Tulungan na lang kita para mas mapabilis. 34.
Opo. 34 na safe houses. 16 million.
16 million. Ilang araw?
11 days po.
11 days. Okay. Kasi, Madam Witness, base sa 2022 real estate data, ang real estate property, alimbawa sa Forbes Park, 450,000 a month. I-divide mo yan sa everyday, that's 15,000 pesos a day. Corinthian, 200,000 a month. Divide that in one per day, 6,666. Sa Ayala Alabang, 290,000 per month. Per day, lalabas siya na 9,666. Ito ba yung mga nirentahan ng OVP na safe houses nila? Galing ba sa mga nasabi ko exclusive subdivisions?
Wala pong nilagay na addresses nung kanilang safe house. Yung acknowledgement receipts lang po yung naging basihan namin dun sa payment of rental of safe house.
Pero hindi sinabi whether Forbes Park, Amanpalu, Boracay, mga ganun, Dasmariñas, wala talaga.
Wala po.
So, ibangga mo yan sa mga ibang agencies na nag-liquidate para sa kanilang mga safe houses. Meron bang ganung klase mga amount na diniklara? Meron bang mga amount na ganun?
Wala po, hindi po ganun kalaki.
So, walang ganun kalaki. So, what do you think of this? Is this excessive, abusive, or out of this world amount? Base po sa inyong experience.
Ito po kasi is hindi namin naging finding. So, kasi po, nag-rely mga po kami dun sa certification ng SDO na these were used for the disbursement of CF and necessary po ito and for legal purpose. Pero kung dito po, malaki po talaga siya for payment of rental of safe house.
Kasi lumilitaw, parang 42,780 pesos per day ang bayad ng OVP para sa kanilang mga rental properties noong 2022. Sa halagang 16 million na spend nila in the 11 days. Now, sa paggamit ng mga aliases, silent ang joint circular sa paggamit ng mga kengkoy ng mga aliases para sa mga informants na tumatanggap ng confidential funds, right?
Opo, silent po ang joint circular.
Silent din ba ang joint circular sa paggamit ng isang signature sa napakaraming pangalan?
Wala pong naging provision ng joint circular doon sa mga pirma po.
So okay lang gumamit ng isang pirma sa napakaraming informants, pangalan informants?
Dapat po, ito ay mabigay sa totoong tao po. Yun po ang importante sa joint circular.
So therefore, dapat i-amend na lang yung joint circular kasi naabuso eh.
Opo.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Tulfo. The Senate President is recognized for his interjections. You may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Gandang hapon na Miss Eileen. Tama po ba? Narinig ko kahapon na kaya na disallow yung OVP for 2023 amounting to 375 million is dahil ibinigay ni Acosta kay La Chica yung pera.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. At so lahat yun dinis-allow in 375.
Opo.
Tinitignan ko rin tong transcripts ng House kung saan sinabi ni Acosta na yung fourth quarter of 2022 ibinigay rin yung 125 million kay La Chica. At on the same transcript, November 25 to 2024, sinabi naman ni Fajarda na ibinigay yung 37.5 million kay Colonel Nolasco. So in both instances, yung fourth quarter of 2022, tsaka yung buong DepEd confidential funds, ibinigay ng special dispersing officer sa iba. Kung ganyan rin ang sitwasyon, di dapat ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter ng 2022 at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama po ba?
Yun po kasing sa disallowance nung sa DepEd, di ba nga, yung sa DepEd po kasi is di ba po meron na kaming na issue na credit notice. And dahil nga po sa additional information after namin ma-release yun, August 2024 po kasi yun, November 2024 nagkaroon ng CGPA. So, pinag-aaralan pa po kasi this is the first time po kung sakali man na magre-reopen kami ng settled accounts. And ito po kasing reopening is with the authority of the COA chairperson. Kaya po pinag-aaralan po kung ito ay i-reopen dahil nga po it is the first time and this involves voluminous documents na kailangang isa-isahin
Pero
po.
pag titignan natin yung circumstances, pareho eh.
Opo,
Binigay
tama
yung
po.
pera kay La Chica, binigay yung pera kay Nolasco. Kung ganun susundan natin na rational, pwedeng ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter OVP at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama?
Yes po, tama po.
So, pwedeng ma-disallow buong 612.5 million na confidential funds sa OVP at sa DepEd. Tama?
Yes po, tama po.
At yan ay dapat ibalik
Opo,
ng
dahil,
mga accountable officers.
opo, tama po.
Bakit mahalaga ang papel ng Special Dispersing Officer?
Yung special disbursing po, officer po kasi, siya yung may responsibility to disburse yung cash advance. And dun po kasi sa nangyari sa DepEd at saka sa OBP, nung i-transfer po niya ito sa ibang tao, naputol na po yung chain of accountability. Nawala na po yung wala na siyang personal knowledge kung talaga bang ginamit ito ng mga security officers na pinagbigyan for confidential activities po talaga. And mababaliwala yung certification na this is for the confidential operations of the agency po and legal and necessary yung naging gastos po.
In your opinion ngayon na ibinigay ito sa non-Special Dispersing Officer, anong pwedeng mangyari sa pondo na sabi mo kahapon public funds?
Dahil nga po naging mali yung paggasta nito, kailangan pong ibalik ito sa pondo ng bayan.
Kung binigay sa hindi siya na SDO, non-SDO, anong pwedeng mangyari doon sa pondo?
Pwede po itong magamit sa hindi dapat paggamitan na hindi for confidential expenses. May risk po na ganun.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Senator Judge Lacson, you may proceed when you have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Silene.
Good afternoon po.
I assume familiar ka doon sa Article 4, 15, paragraph Article 4, Section 15 ng inyong joint circular. Ayan, pinas ko lang sa screen para ma-remind ka.
4.15.
Pay attention sa paragraph 15.2, paragraph 2 at saka paragraph 3. Pakibasa mo na lang para hindi ma-charge sa akin.
That expenses were incurred in connection with the agency's intelligence or confidential operations and activities with supporting documents attached to the liquidation for CF and for the IF, the documentary evidence of payment kept in a sealed envelope in the vault in the office of the SDO.
Sige, sa 3, paragraph 3.
That the details and supporting documents of transactions that are classified are in the custody of the agency and kept in its vault, which may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Ang tanong ko, ginawa nyo ba ito?
Yung sa inspection po kasi ng vault, sa IF na po yun. Sa use ng...
ICFAO ito Siya sabi, if the circumstances so demand. Hindi ba dinidemand ng circumstances na inspection yun yung vault?
Yung sa
Dahil maraming aliases.
yung vault po yung sa vault po kasi yung nagpe-pertain po yun sa intelligence fund. Yung may vault po sa office.
CF saka IF ito. Hindi lang intelligence. Parehong treatment, Miss Eileen. 415. Ang tanong ko lang, hindi ba dinidemand o dinemand ng circumstances na inspeksyonin nyo yung vault? Kasi kung maraming aliases na nagdududa kayo, di ba natural lamang logically isipin nyo, ma-inspeksyon nga yung vault kung meron talagang mga totoong tao sa likod ng mga alias o aliases.
Ang pag-inspect po kasi is through the authority po of the chairperson.
I know, hindi kayo kumuha ng authority?
Wala pa po.
Yeah, my point is parang kulang yung ginawa nyong trabaho. Para hindi kompleto.
Kasi po may iba po kasing office na...
No, ICFAO sinasabi rito, may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Opo.
Anyway, let's leave it at that. Familiar ka ba doon sa 2020-005?
Anong circular po yun?
Yung sa fraud audit.
Hindi po ako gaanong familiar doon sa joint circular.
Anyway, i-familiarize kita. Meron kayong office, di ba? Yung fraud audit office.
Opo, may separate office po sa COA.
Okay, dito sa paragraph 3.1, yung filing, of course, ito, people's participation ito Kailan merong formal complaint, pero hindi lang complaint, information, indication, or complaint na merong fraud.
Opo.
So papasok yung fraud audit investigation ng inyong office. Hindi office nyo.
Ibang
yung fraud
office.
Pero nakalagay sa 3.1, any person who has knowledge that the transactions of, etc., pwedeng gumawa ng written information sa office na yon para mapunta do sa logical conclusion, mapunta sa filing of criminal charges against whoever, not necessarily the Vice President.
Yung sa pag-refer po sa Fraud Audit Office, ito po ay pinag-aaralan din po kung kinakailangan na i-refer to sa Fraud Audit Office. Ngayon po pinag-aaralan po namin ng office namin together with the chairperson po. Kasi kung sakaling may refer po ito po yung first time. And also po, itong transaction na ito involves voluminous documents na with classified information na baka pag ini-refer namin sa ibang office is ma-expose po ito. So, pinag-aaralan po itong mabuti muna.
Anyway, 12 seconds na lang. Isa na lang tanong, balikan ko yung sa 4.15. Hindi nyo ba naisip na man lang na kung na-inspect nyo yung vault, kumuha kayo ng mga specimen, yun yung mga question document, yung mga signatures. Ma-compare nyo sana doon sa mga ibang officials na mayroon kayong specimen signature para ma-determine nyo kung forged yung mga signatures na sinabit sa inyo. Yun lang, Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. Chairman.
Kindly answer the question, Celine.
Opo, i-refer po namin sa higher authority po. Thank you po.
Senator Padilla for a brief interjection and Senator Marcos for a brief interjection to avail of round 1. Then we call it a day. Senator Lapid. Kindly proceed, Senator Padilla, while Senator Lapid is thinking about it. No, please proceed.
Kailian, tuloy ko lang. Gusto ko lang sundan kanina, sinabi ko merong 55 alternative na eskwelahan na nagbi-breed ng mga child warriors ang naisara sa Davao Region. Ituloy ko lang, noong August 6, 2024, nagkaroon ng committee hearing ang public order at sinasabi na 102 schools nationwide were identified as recruitment. 11 elementary schools, 34 high schools, 123 college and universities. Doon din sa hearing na yon sinabi na meron 168 track student recruits remain active sa NPA. Ngayon, tanong ko, Kailian, hindi ba responsibilidad din ito ng Vice President at ng DepEd Secretary ang mga estudyante?
Yung sa anong tawag dito sa college po, yung DepEd po kasi is hanggang
sa
high school.
Opo. Opo, yung binanggit ko po kasi kanina, 55 na alternative child recruits. 11 elementary schools. 34 high schools. Ibig pong sabihin, tuloy-tuloy po yun. Magmula elementary, paakyat hanggang college. Yan po ang style ng recruitment. So sa tingin niyo po ba, sagot pa din ito ng DepEd Secretary at ng Vice President na lumaban na dito sa terorista noong mayor pa lang siya?
No, may.
Oo, hindi. Ma'am, bilis, 42. Kawawa
Just
naman.
yes or no?
Depende pa din po kasi yun sa mandate ng
Oo lang po
agency.
o hindi. Sa palagay niyo po ba? O sige, skip na po natin kung ayaw niyong sagutin. Alam niyo po ba na sinabi ng NICA, ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, na ang budget ng NPA 2016 to 2018 ay 5.8 billion?
Yung sa,
Oo po o hindi? Ma'am, please.
ano, pwede pong pakiulit?
Ang budget daw po ng NPA is 5.8 billion. Alam niyo po ba yon? Sinabi po ng NICA.
Hindi ko po narinig yun sa
Opo.
news.
Sa palagay niyo po ba, sapat yung budget na magkano po ba ang sinasabi niyo? 500 million ba ang naibigay?
Pero yung
Kasama na po yung sa Vice President at sa DepEd.
600
Kumpara niyo po sa 5.8 billion. Sapat po ba yon?
Pero kasi yung sa nabanggit po ng NICA is mako-cover na din po nila bilang isa sila sa mga agencies with.
So alam niyo po yung sinabi ng NICA. Alam niyo po.
Hindi ko po narinig.
Yung tungkol
yun
lang po sa estudyante. Kasi alam niyo naman po, sa ngayon, ang nasa front na inilalagay ay mga estudyante. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yung mga namatay nung huli na mga estudyante?
Yung violence po sa school.
Opo, ito na lang po. 8 seconds na lang po ako. January 1, 2024, sinabi po ng AFP na there is no more guerrilla active front. So, ibig sabihin po, successful.
Based po sa AFP.
Salamat po.
Senator Judge Marcos for the last intervention.
Maraming salamat, Presiding Judge. Simple lang, i-confirm ko lang sa ating testigo. So I'd just like to confirm kung tama sabihin na as of now, there's no official finding na may fraud sa DepEd man o sa OVP. Tama po ba? No fraud finding as of now.
Kasi nga po, compliance audit lang po ginagawa namin
Tama.
sa IFAO.
Compliance audit lamang, walang fraud audit. Ikalawa, narinig kita kanina na kapag compliance audit, base sa dokumento lang. Limited kayo sa dokumentong isinabmit ng ahensya. Kung ganun, yung House of Representatives, hindi naman bahagi ng OVP or DepEd. Wala namang sinabmit sa COA, di ba? May sinabmit ba sila? Yung Congress, Committee on Good Governance, may sinabit na dokumento?
Yun po kasi based on other information na po after nilang mag-liquidate na naging na available information after the liquidation na
Pero
kinonsider po namin sa audit.
Hindi, ibig ko sabihin, yung congressional transcript ni Acosta at Fajarda, hindi yon bahagi ng dokumentong sinumite ng mga ahensya.
Opo, pero ginamit po
Hiwalay siya,
namin
di
yun.
ba?
Pero ginamit din po namin yung information na yon during our audit po.
Bakit humingi ka rin ba ng affidavit? Kasi hindi naman binigay ng agency. Kasasabi mo lang kapag compliance audit, dokumentong galing sa ahensya.
Pero yun po is relevant information po na ginamit namin for audit po, na sinama namin sa pag-audit.
Yes, following po the presiding judge, bakit po ganon? Kanina sinabi mo, dapat dokumento na sinabmit ng ahensya. Biglang ngayon, pati transcript, pati iba't iba pang mga katibayan na sinasabi, ginagamit na rin. Hindi na compliance audit yun, hindi ba?
Pero yun po kasi is related pa din dun sa liquidation which is discovered after the submission of the liquidation documents.
Kaya nga nalilito kami kasi bakit dinisallow lahat ng quarter samantalang pinag-uusapan ni Acosta, iisa lang, di ba? Yung last quarter lamang. Doon nga sa transcript, doon lumilitaw yon. So ngayon, tinatanggap na rin pati mga transcript at iba pa. Hindi na dokumento yon as covered by compliance audit by your own definition, hindi ba?
Pero relevant yung information po in the conduct of the audit. In the
Kung may
proper...
relevant sa dyaryo, tatanggapin rin ninyo na ebidensya rin yon. Compliance audit pa rin yon kahit nasa dyaryo, nasa social media. Kung sa palagay mo may kinalaman dun sa kaso, tatanggapin ninyo.
Kasi nga po dun sa circular, pwede kaming mag-dependent sa other documents deemed necessary sa audit po.
So, pwede, miski anong dokumento. Parang lumalabo yata yung joint circular. Maraming salamat po.
Ngayon, ikaw bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento mo sa ibaba at ating pong babasahin isa-isa.